Was I not supposed to add them to the group chat?
I love that. I saw that one. I love that. I saw that. I love that one yesterday.
he gave me permission to use that clip on this live stream. So
Nice.
I'm sorry. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. That was funny.
And my favorite part was that I showed it to two of my coworkers, neither of which are Star Trek fans, and they also laughed their head off.
Well, you don't laugh, you cry.
So, and one of them was even a Trump supporter, which I thought was even funnier.
Well, I think even Trump people are pretty upset about that whole lack of security situation.
Oh, and the fact that the part that really got me was, I can't remember which news agency did the deep dive, because all they did was literally pay the commercially available background people, like live scan and stuff like that, to do a search on the people that were in that signal chat.
Right. The Der Spiegel.
Yeah. And not only did they find like the names and passwords and stuff, for a lot of those guys.
Yep.
Pete Hegseth, for some reason, has a Russian email address that he uses for official U.S. correspondence.
Yeah, I thought that seemed really sketchy. Like, dude.
Yeah, it was picked up through LeakPeek, which basically means it's the same one he used for Princeton.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
Yeah.
People are weird. Tim Walz was right.
I just don't understand that. I mean, how can anyone keep defending the guy if he's still using, as the Secretary of Defense, a Russian email account where we all know that the Russian government sees everything that he's sending through that account?
It's also linked to a Russian phone number.
Do we know how much he's still using that account? Because I'm sure I've got email addresses.
It's an active account that's also connected to a phone number and a Proton inbox, which is all Russian.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like as of March 25th, it was still being used.
Maybe that's the one all his spam emails go to. Because I have
I wouldn't want.
I never use, except for
I still wouldn't want it being active.
No, I know. Absolutely not.
I mean, and even if it was going to be a spam account, why is it still with his fucking name on it?
Let's see. There's one for Gmail. There's one. There's 1, 2, 3 emails from Ron. Pete has his Gmail. Pete has his Hotmail.
Well,
he has RU, Yahoo.co.co.
I think we can all agree that that particular individual has got to be the most arrogant individual in the entire world to even accept that position. Like, if somebody offered you that position,
I know I'm unqualified. By a long shot.
To think you were qualified for the position, and then to just be so arrogant that of course he's just going to use whatever emails and unsecured. He's life just slides off him.
Okay, the last president I actually respected was Obama. Granted, I didn't really vote for him the first time. That's neither here nor there. But I respected Obama. If Obama himself were to say, hey, any cabinet position you think you're qualified for, which one would you want? I would say none.
Well, exactly. I'm a TV host. Am I qualified for any of these government positions? I don't think so.
And the funniest part for me is, as the book guy for my company, I had to put on the shelf his book, Way of the Warrior.
Ugh.
And of course, as soon as I learn who he is and everything, I decided to skim through it.
Dandelion, do you know what he did in the military? Hedges did in the military? He was a press correspondent.
I thought
that's what he did.
That was J.D. Vance.
Oh, sorry, J.D. Vance. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
He was in there, but he wasn't in the kind of position that would prepare
He
you
was
for being in charge of the entire military.
he was replaced by a 3-star combat veteran Purple Heart recipient general who happened to be black.
Mm-hmm.
This is who he replaced on merit alone, not DEI. Like, oh,
Yeah.
black guy,
Well,
DEI higher.
I think he's a DUI higher.
He is.
But yeah, I haven't had someone explain it to me in detail why this shouldn't be a punishable offense.
Now, I'm curious. Honestly, this is one I really would have liked NB's feedback on this one. I'm really sorry that he's not willing to at least come and.
Well, I don't know if he's up this early. I'm not going to blame him for that.
No. But I mean, he was in the military. I mean, he should know that this was really serious. But I'm just wondering, like, what kind of like excuses supporters are making. Maybe he's not. Maybe he is upset about this one too. I don't know.
Well, I would want to know from the military perspective if anyone from a 4-star general down had released this information, what would be the consequences?
They'd be.
Can I quote Donald Trump from July 6th, 2016?
No, because we all know what it is. It's basically the whole classified stuff shouldn't be, is whatever. But he's not.
He doesn't actually give a shit about classified stuff. It was.
We know that he also doesn't know enough.
It was in his bedazzled bathroom, so that was a mighty chandelier for a bathroom.
I mean, what's it? Tulsi Gabbard, when she was asked, she was like, "I don't recall specific weapons systems being named. I don't recall specific timing." I'm like, "Hello, okay." Then she was asked, "Why don't you release it?" It's classified. It's not classified. If it's not classified, how come it all stays from here? I don't recall specific weapons systems being named. Does she have dementia?
Well, hold on. There is, in all honesty, I've had some military people explain it on TikTok and shorts and stuff, basically saying something along the lines of, it wasn't technically classified, but it was like,
but it probably
need to know.
But it was like should have been classified.
Well, it's the type of stuff where it's still stuff that you don't release prior to an attack.
Yeah.
And the whole attack plan, war plan thing, it bugs the hell out of me because I'm like, that's semantics.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about we're sending FA-18s to attack a building, to bomb a building, to make sure that at least one guy is killed.
Yeah, at a certain time, what type of weapons is being used, where it is, what's being deployed. This is almost as bad as Geraldo Rivera drawing in the sand. It's like, here's where we are.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it's mind blowing. Just absolutely mind blowing.
I like the fact that Jeffrey actually released his screenshots of it. Like, okay, not classified. Here it is.
Yeah, good for him.
Now,
I figured they'll end up firing Mike Waltz there, that guy.
See, that's the thing.
Being in contact with all those journalists.
Legal Eagle and a few other legal YouTubers and stuff like that I follow.
Mm-hmm.
They've basically said that they sincerely doubt anyone is going to have any repercussions for it.
Yeah, I suppose.
And the reasoning behind it simply is it's the executive branch's job to investigate. They don't want to appear like they're stupid, incompetent, or weak. And firing anybody right now, within the first 3 months of his presidency is going to make them appear stupid, incompetent, or weak.
Yeah.
And that's something that this administration absolutely cannot stand.
They really can't hide that for long. So the incompetent, stupid, and weak part. So
my assumption, and we'll see if I'm right later on down the line, is that after this blows over, and by blows over, I mean something else pops up to take it out of the spotlight.
Right.
About 2 or 3 months down the line, one of those guys is going to resign, whether Pete Hegseth or Mike Waltz or something. They're going to resign for health reasons, for family obligations, for something that is completely innocuous and makes them look like they're doing something altruistic.
And then they'll write a tell-all book in another couple of years' time.
Probably.
All right, I'm just going to mute for a second while I'm making a bunch of noise here in the kitchen. Sorry, I know you're here, and Eli, who's also muted. You're just going to have to rant on your own, Vile.
Well, hopefully you'll listen in, because I got another clip to play that.
No, I
kind
am still listening. I'm definitely here. I'm just putting maple syrup on my pancake,
So-
and Fridge Penguin is chatting.
and I think this one applies to you a little bit.
Sure.
Should the Defence Secretary and the Vice...
Wait, what country are you
from the UK?
Okay, we don't give a crap about your opinion and your reporting. Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem?
Okay, do you care?
No. You should care about your own
Okay,
borders.
do you care about American lives being put at risk?
Let me tell you something. Do you care about people from your country? What about all the women that are raped by migrants? Yeah, this is an American journalist. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm an American, and I'd like to hear your answer to what she's asking.
Yeah, apparently after that, she basically said that she wasn't going to answer the question still.
Okay, let me tell you something here. Somebody asked Levitt this. Quote, enlisted soldiers, sailors, and Marines would face consequences if they shared information with reporters. Why is Trump giving Walt a free pass here? Her response? If anybody has another question, there's a lot of different things going on in the world. This was the Caroline Levitt, the House Press Secretary, avoiding another fucking question.
But I cannot stand the voice of that woman, that Marjorie Taylor Greene. The only commentary I will listen to about her is from Farron Cousins, because he doesn't play clips. He reads out what people say, and I don't have to hear her voice.
But as a UK citizen, how do you feel with her literally being like, I don't care what you have to say. You're from the UK. You have to deal with all the migrant rape in your country, which I kind of looked up. Their migrant rape problem is almost non-existent. They've had like 4 reported ones in London in the last 3 months. DC has had more rapes reported like that in the last 72 hours.
You know, at least Trump is actually straightforward when he doesn't refuse to ask a question because somebody asks a question and he goes, "Where are you from?" The reporter said MSNBC. Oh, you're not real news. Next question. Who else has another question? He refuses to answer certain questions. The press secretary says only these certain news agents are allowed in the White House briefings.
Yeah.
I can't watch him anymore because nobody's asking him questions. They're asking pandering follow-ups. Not questions, pandering follow-ups. Like, how'd you feel about this? What about this? What about no questions about any other shit. It's like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this administration? How do you feel about this law? Like, how do you feel about the shit? What about other stuff? How about factual shit? I don't care how he feels about legislation. You know how I feel about legislation? It sucks and it's good. Okay, how's it affecting or impacting the American people? That's what I want to fucking know.
Yeah, one of the things that happened recently was I was on a reset and I had a small team, and one of the guys I was helping happens to be a Trump supporter.
Yep.
And because I'm a liberal, but I'm a liberal that's willing to talk to him, he was like, we were talking about the whole budget bill that we were talking about last stream.
Right.
And, he's an older guy, but he's also on Social Security, and he did the whole, in the budget bill, there's no cuts to Social Security. And I tried to explain it to him this way. All right, you get a stipend for your groceries, and you get, you spend, 25% on fruits and veggies, 25% on breads and cereals and pastas and stuff, 25% on meat and chicken and stuff like that, and 25% on beer. And you really don't want me to cut your beer budget. Now, the next month, I only give you $60. And you said, hey, if with only $60, I'm going to have to cut into my beer budget. I tell you, I didn't cut your beer budget. I'm cutting your entire amount, not your beer budget. You can still spend $25 a month or on beer,
Yeah.
but everything else might have to be cut. It's like, well, then I'm going to go hungry. I'm like, well, that's your fault because you're the one who has to make the cuts. I'm
Yeah.
only giving you less money.
Yeah.
This is happening. This is happening because the Biden administration gave every SSI recipient an extra $20 to $40 a month in January.
But what the point is, the Trump administration gets to say, "Oh, we didn't specify cutting Social Security.
Yeah.
We're just giving the department that oversees Social Security a budget cut of 33%."
And now online services are not working. The website to sign in is down. It's not working. You can't log in.
Oh, and Elon's
About
taking money away
30%
from
of the Social
orphans.
Security offices have closed down. In-person visits have closed.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Dandelion. What were we saying?
Oh, well, that's okay. And Elon's taking money away from orphans.
Yeah, they're also cutting apparently the foster care system got their budget reduced by 10% so far.
Security? It's like, why are children getting Social Security? It's like, did you ask the question before you cut it?
It's called survivor benefits. Hello.
Yeah.
Exactly. Money from orphans.
Yeah, that's why an 11-year-old is getting Social Security. Survivor benefits.
Scrooge, before the ghosts visiting, would have shaken his head at this nonsense.
Yeah, it might have been an important question to ask why the children are receiving Social Security before you cut. Because sometimes that why is important. But yeah, I thought the foster care system was even worse because, we've got 250,000 kids in the foster care system, and it's like they need money too. They need them. All that money goes to housing and feeding them.
Yep.
I mean, they don't get extra money for iPods or phones or anything like that. It literally just goes to housing and feeding them.
Yep. I know. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And of course, if you actually looked at the budget thing, one of the things that didn't get cut was, the Department of Defense, where they get an extra 25% more funding potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm very pro-military. I like how the military funds a lot of innovation in this country.
Yep.
But
or they used to anyway. I mean,
yeah.
Until a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, whatever it is.
But everything's just going to end up costing us more now. I mean, both I think India has basically said that they're not going to end up buying the F-35. Portugal said they're not going to buy the F-35.
Canada's looking at possibly not buying it.
Yeah, which means, and if you know anything about how economics works, the more you sell of something, the cheaper you can sell it at.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump is looking into buying icebreakers. Why is he looking into buy icebreakers? To increase the Arctic drilling.
And the stupidest part about that, and this is something both parties have an issue with when it comes to ANWR, the Alaskan oil reserve thing, or oil areas.
Yeah, the nature reserve that also happens to have oil. Yeah.
Now, every year, the Democrats put a ban on drilling there. The Republicans then open it back up for drilling. But the problem is, no gas company or oil company wants to drill there because it's not profitable.
No, it's very difficult to do it. It's it's simple to say go drill there, but it's not as easy to do that.
You guys realize he's given the Russian government permission to go to the Arctic area, which means basically, they're going to do quote unquote surveys for environmental practices and drilling, which is the cover for "Hello, what's America up to? Let's look and see what they're doing right now."
Yeah.
Well, I think they don't they have a lot of the territory near the North Pole and the
There
Arctic.
They
isn't any
no, they
territory.
have about 14 to 15% of the Arctic in their territory.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
actually no
so
land masses that far north.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that I don't think the United States has much to say that they can or can't do there. But I don't know what your point necessarily was.
Basically, north of Alaska is the Arctic, right? They want the Russia is basically not allowed to go with about 50 to 100 miles from the Alaskan coast. This will exempt them from doing that.
Mm. We
Which I'm sure is going to make NORAD happy.
Canada is actually buying over the horizon radar systems from Australia. Like they were gonna get sent to the US first, but Canada's getting them first because Australia is saying F you to the US.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I think Australia just decided now, despite the fact that we've been building them, or no, they're already built, that they're not going to buy the 3 nuclear subs from the United States. They're going to buy some French ones instead that they know are worse, but are also cheaper because they can buy 4 of them instead of 3.
Yeah.
Just because they're worried about, the United States eventually saying, hey, no, we're not going to let you have those parts.
Or having a kill switch built into it, or
Yeah, like the Patriot systems in Ukraine.
like, this is the whole thing too. The fact that you elected him a second time, knowing all the shit about him and all his crimes, stuff like that, makes everybody else in the world feel we can never trust the United States, because even if the next president is cool, the one after that could be another raving lunatic.
Yeah.
So it just makes your country completely untrustworthy. Like they can't be depended upon.
It's like the way I would compare it is we all live in a small town, and the richest guy in town has done everything, has been, for years and years and years, been, handing out money to each person when they need extra cash, providing jobs for some of the people that are in the town. And then one day he decides to go off and starts not, refusing to hand out the money, starts charging people more, firing a bunch of the people, and now his house is on fire.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, come on and come help us out. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
You helped us for, a bunch of years, but the last few months you've been a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
People have short-term memories, and, even the United States is even worse at it because, with the stuff we're saying about France right now. And it's like, remember, we wouldn't exist at all if it weren't for the French.
Yep.
They can have that statue. They can have that statue back.
Actually, it's really funny because there was a survey came out, and it was like, what percentage of people in the U.S. think that Canada should be annexed, and it was like 15% of Americans. And then it was like, how many people think that Greenland should be annexed? It was like 19% of Americans. And then they said, should Canada annex some states? It was 20% of Americans. So more people thought that the U.S. should join Canada than anybody thought the other way around.
As of right now, yeah, I would definitely agree with that, especially if it meant I can have access to your guys' healthcare system.
Which isn't perfect either, but
yeah, but it's better than what we have right now.
Well, and we'll be getting imagine doctors before too long too, so that'll be good.
Well, the other thing is, imagine what Canada could do with the economic powerhouse that is California.
Oh, absolutely.
Dandelion, do you know the U.S. government wasted about $8 to $11 million in Greenland the other day because they had to transport the limos, the special cars, the body transport. So J.D. Vance and his wife could go tour Greenland. Well, that got all canceled because nobody wanted to meet them, and they only stuck at the base. So that cost the taxpayers money about $9 to $11 million for that wasted trip.
Well,
He's like, I love Greenland. I'm like, you never left Greenland. All you did was go to the base, disrespect Marines by having your hat on while you're eating in the mess hall.
Isn't it costing you guys like close to $10 million every time Trump goes down to Mar-a-Lago to go golf?
It's a total of
I,
$26 million wasted so far this year.
yeah, I was gonna say it's one of the. I know just the last tournament that he won at his own golf club.
Mhm.
It was like almost $25 million just for that one.
Uh-huh.
It's been
So
reported $26 million since he took office, and taxpayers' money has been spent on the president's golfing trip. When he
Yeah.
complains,
I think
everybody's playing golf and not working.
I think it's more than that because, as I said, just that one trip was supposed to be 25 or just under 25.
It's
I read
absolutely insane.
26.
Even if it was $3 million every time he went, it's still ridiculous. Sorry, I'm eating, so.
And the worst part is, for me, most of that money, or not most, but a good chunk of that money goes back into Trump's pocket because he's literally charging Secret Service for the hotel rooms. He's
Yeah.
charging them for golf cart rentals. He's charging them for foot traffic rent, stuff.
Yep.
It's like, I don't understand how anyone thinks that this is a good idea.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't like it when Obama or Biden or any other president goes golfing because I think golf is a waste of fucking space and resources.
I mean, it's fine, like, maybe don't go every weekend or find ways, or you know what? Don't charge those Secret Service people for all that extra shit, right? Like, if you really cared about, tax dollars being spent appropriately.
Well, and the funny part about that is in previous years, from what I understand, and I could be wrong about this, so don't, assume I'm talking out of my ass right now. A lot of the golf places that would have the president golf there wouldn't charge.
Yeah.
Because they wanted the reputation points of saying, hey, golf where the president golfs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like when George Washington slept here. Yeah.
But Mar-a-Lago isn't doing that. They are explicitly overcharging the government.
Yeah. He's a greedy fucker, so.
So, and Grant, as I said, I'm not a big fan of golf in general. Quite literally, I live half the view outside my place is, a military golf course.
Well, at least it's not just a bunch of houses or concrete, so there's that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's a golf course paid for and maintained by the military for admirals and retired people to golf at.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It would be
And just remember,
understandable also if he didn't just suck at golf, too. Everything I've heard is he's terrible at it.
his mulligans are eagles, his birdies are hot. I'm like, sheesh.
Well, apparently he and his caddy cheat constantly, but.
Oh yeah, of course they do. I've seen videos
All right,
of
I
it.
just gotta go put a loaf in the oven. I'll be mute for a second here.
Well, the funniest part about, his last golf win was everyone that was ahead of him at the time, at the ninth hole, quit at the ninth hole. So,
So it was they're playing nine holes, not eight. No, they're playing a half game. Okay, not a full 18. Gotcha.
yeah. So that should explain one thing. Again, if someone can, show me that I'm wrong there, I would be happy to admit that I was wrong. But that's from what I understand. Because apparently there's a guy that just lives in that area. So he decides to, have his Zoom lens and he's, watching the whole game on a Zoom lens and recording it. So he's like, yeah, what happened to all these people after the ninth hole?
Oh, here it is. I just played a round of golf with Alexander Stubb, president of Finland. He's a very good player, and we won the men. I'm not reading in his voice, okay? We won the men's guest golf tournament at the Trump International Golf Club in Panama Beach with the legendary Gary player, Senator Lindsey Graham, and former Congressman, highly successful television host Greg Gowdy. President Stubb and I look forward to strengthening the partnership between the United States and Finland, yada yada, includes the purchase and development of a larger number of badly needed icebreakers for the U.S. delivering peace and international security for our countries and the world, yada yada. President some of the most powerful in the world. The United States is strong and back again. I agree. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. That's the time we play golf.
All right. Well, I'm gonna also play another clip real quick because I thought it's actually a pair of clips and one of them's from California, which really makes me upset because this is the type of stuff that is happening more and more often now with the current administration in power.
Get me a corner so I can hit my weed vape, J14. That's where I want to sit. Let's go. How can I help you? Did you call me a pig?
Yeah, I did.
All right, buddy. I think that you should probably go.
We're gonna, buddy. I'm ordering the lift right now.
Okay. Why don't you order it out there?
You,
You, buddy.
Support Donald Trump in this country, buddy. You, lover.
All right. So, I feel like I'm in my Instagram right now. This is crazy. This is so crazy. Wow. You never see him IRL, and then once you do, you're kind of like, yeah, no, that's about what I thought. But, yeah.
All right, look at this crazy shit. A little Trump rally on top of the freeway. Look at it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at that. Oh.
And yes, most of these clips are from TikTok, or all these clips are from TikTok because TikTok allows me to download for free.
Dude, I am going to send you a link of this comedian here. Hang on a second. Where is he? Let's see me. Go ahead, talk. I'm looking for his clip right here.
Well, I just think it's funny because, a lot of the Trump supporters are all pro-Israel right now and anti-Palestinian. I mean, that's the whole point about revoking these people's green cards and student visas and stuff, because they support, or they've supported Palestine, not Hamas. They support Palestine. So they're being deported as terrorists, essentially. And yet a genuine Trump supporter is calling a comedian, slurs because he's Jewish, because, of course, as a Jew, he can't be a good person. And the person who's saying this stuff is also like, we support Donald Trump in this country.
Yeah.
What else?
And then, of course, on a California frickin' bridge, a bunch of Trump supporters put up their flags. And of course, there has to be a Nazi flag, too.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to send this to you DM on Blue Sky. And I'm trust me, Stanley will not care if you play this online right now. So you can play this. You can play this, okay?
I'll see if I can. So hold on.
1 second. There you go. There's the link for his little post.
Can you not do share screen, Elihu?
Not on my phone, no. My laptop's kind of screwy on that. It's just,
yeah, I'm on my phone too. I just uploaded this clip before the stream started.
Okay, well, why don't you send me the link in the private chat? Can you do that? And then I can post the link into a window, and we can play it through my laptop with the share screen.
I'll send you a DM on Instagram.
No, because I don't have that on my computer.
Oh, what do you have on your computer? Because I can't.
I don't. This computer, I don't have anything. I mean, I guess an email.
Oh, hang on. I got a better idea.
Just you can't put it in the private chat, like paste it in the private chat.
1 moment. Hang on a second.
It's just a thought.
How about I text? How about I send you the text?
It's not on my computer. The only thing.
Hold on. The link you sent me was for a Twitter link, and literally as I brought it up, Twitter says, "Oh, something went wrong. Sorry."
You can send it to that email if you want. If that works.
No, I can't play it.
I was gonna say, if it's on Twitter, I don't have Twitter on here, so I probably won't be able to play it either because it usually doesn't let you play stuff unless.
There it is. It's on the public chat.
Okay. That means I have to go over to a different window. Let's see.
Well, when I end the stream, because I'm going to end this stream in 10 minutes anyway.
Okay.
When I do that, I'll try to. I'm not just in case anyone wants to send any clips or anything. I'll set up the laptop instead. I just don't want to, sometimes setting up the laptop just takes up too much time, especially for this, because it's just the three of us yapping and complaining.
And you're talking about the Zelda movie. Oh, Mike. Well, then I looked for that. I saw this commercial for this new Broadway play that's happening that Caddy would love to go to. It's a Stranger Things musical.
Well, Caddy's not really into Stranger Things. It's Vile Style that likes Stranger Things.
Sorry, Vile Style. It's a Stranger Things musical. I saw some of the commercials of the production, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks better than Harry Potter.
Okay, it looks like I can probably do a share screen on it, if you like.
All right.
Let me see where do I do that from? Sorry, I'm like
there should be a share window or share tab.
Yeah,
thing.
they changed the way they sharing share screen, blah blah, good blah blah. Yeah, don't show these tips again. I don't give a rat's. Yeah, let's see. Okay, this guy here. I'm gonna share this. Okay, can you see it?
Yep, it's up.
I think I've got the volume on. Here we go.
Do not want to leave their home. I know a lot of people look at it like, are they crazy? Like, no, they just love their land. A lot of people in America don't get that. Maui is a beautiful place. One meteor hits in Wailea, you guys are moving to another island. You know it, okay? You have to think about, what's that? You're never moving to another island. Well, that person loves it like a Palestinian, okay? Oh, wow, what a coincidence.
Wait a second.
Never leaving Maui? The irony here is that I'm like, you gotta love your homeland like a Palestinian, like an Israeli's like, I'm not leaving Maui. Do you understand me? You need to love your land like a Palestinian and love Maui like an Israeli loves Maui. You know what I'm saying? What's that? Put it on Instagram this moment. We're not done yet. I read that Israel was already occupying Syria. I was like, wow, they move fast. So, oh, who said that? Oh, the Israeli? Yeah, no. Coincidence. I was up here, I was like, Trump, Iran, and then I'm like, Israel is occupying. Don't talk about politics! Which is nicely in tune with the Trump administration's policy on free speech. So, yeah. What did you say? You're like, don't talk about politics. Maui. Not in Maui? I don't know. I feel like I've been talking about politics for the last hour. It's been going pretty damn well. You know what? The bookstore. Yeah, go to the book. So you go to the bookstore. You go to the bookstore. You've really colonized this show, haven't you? And I'm not leaving. I'm gonna take that joke. Call it retribution.
Sorry, Sammy's funny.
All right, yeah, the fact that they're in Hawaii too is even funnier because that was literally colonized by white people so much, well, European and United States.
Yeah.
Sammy doesn't care. He's like, yeah, show my videos. Give me free press. Like, yeah.
Damn.
He's a cool dude. You should see him get one-on-one when he starts riffing. There's just one famous thing when he was talking about a joke, right? He's talking about his friend in Palestine, and all of a sudden somebody who's from Israel starts heckling him, and he just schools the dude. Totally improv.
Well, it looks like it's not his first rodeo. Apparently, he has to do that a lot. And also, again, like these people probably get like nasty comments on Twitter or everywhere else or Instagram and stuff. So they've already come up with their one-liners to like set these people down.
Well, if you've ever watched Steve Hofstetter, he's done a bunch of those bits where he got famous for his posting his heckle or dealing with heckler clips.
Yeah.
And some of them are so funny because, like, I'll see a clip of him not getting heckled, telling the story or joke.
Yeah.
And the clip of him being heckled. And yeah, he built into his bits the same exact jokes to say if somebody heckles him. And it was funny as all hell. Because there's like a bit where he's talking about, people being poor parents. And he has it built in because someone was like, well, do you have kids? Heckles him and says, do you have kids? And he's like, well, no. And then whether or not someone heckled him or not, the next part of the joke is, I don't know how to fly a helicopter, but if I see one in a tree, I know I can say, guy fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know enough to, properly vet or understand the situation, but I can still see a fuck up when I see a fuck up.
Yeah. I got to say, I'm enjoying our little weekly rant fest. It's too bad it's so early in the day that like nobody in the entire of North America is watching us.
Yeah, it's 7:42 a.m., dude.
Nobody.
And
On
the
Sunday.
on the East Coast, it's, it starts at 10, so it's fine for other people.
They're not out checking streams at 10 in the morning. Like, I'm surprised Pickles doesn't join us. That's what I would have figured that LDG would show up.
Yeah.
Andy Trekker or whatever he's calling himself now, still streaming at like 6 o'clock his time, which is like 4 o'clock my time every Sunday. So I don't know. And he still gets, he still has people watching. I mean, I haven't been to one of his streams in quite a while because it's just not my scene anymore.
Yeah, he does his Twitch streams. He doesn't do his gaming streams that much.
I don't think I've ever seen one of his streams. So.
Well, he's delved deep into the Christianity aspect, and
he's an elder at his church.
I'm not going to dissuade him for that. He's still a friend of the channel. If he ever wants to come on to mine, by all means. I don't think he's a bad guy personally. So more power to him.
I give Michael Crawford respect and honor.
You're just in time for us to stop talking about politics, but
I give Michael Crawford honor and respect.
About political stuff. That's all. Just politics in general.
Oh, we're just talking about Michael Crawford, dude.
The descent into fascism that is our world. Well, your world and.
Well, here I'll play this for LDG real quick. See if he thinks it's too.
They have found a way to penetrate our shield.
Was I not supposed to add them to the group chat?
And yes, that person gets all the credit for making that.
Yeah. That's great though. I said people's name and he showed up. I guess he was like secretly listening to us or something.
It's like Beetlejuice. It says his name 3 times.
Well, we have used that method before, and he does usually show up when you say pickles, pickles, pickles. So.
And not politically related, but there was a woman online who posted something about there's pickled cauliflower, pickled artichoke, pickled meats. Why is there no pickled cucumbers?
Did they mean that?
Why did my background change all of a sudden?
I don't know. LDG did that.
Pickles, yeah.
I think it's because the paid version. I think that's why.
Okay.
I think when he hopped on, it changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. Am I still? I still have. Yeah, I still.
Yeah,
have
you should still have access to everything. I still have. They didn't change that.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. It could have been.
So just
got this weird thing where it changes
my
stuff.
background popped up.
Yeah.
Because apparently media videos I can still play, but my background, oh no, that I had to pay $25 a month for.
It's too much. Yeah, tell me about it.
Hey, Dandelion, how much cloud coverage did you have Saturday night?
It was clear.
Ah,
I was in bed, but it was clear because it's
All right.
clear.
I mean
There was a little
Saturday
bit.
afternoon, evening, not nighttime.
No, I think we had a bit of cloud, but I could see the stars. But it was cold last night. We had frost this morning. I didn't want to go outside, and I had to go out anyway because I had to go feed the baby chickens and open the regular chicken's door.
Well, we can talk about
Saturday.
Hold on. We can talk about that stuff on the CNA stream. I'm going to end this. I'm going to try to set up the laptop real quick, and I will see you guys on the CNA stream quick. Yes, this is a separate show.
Yeah, this is our
Oh, no wonder you're like early.
Yeah, this is a
no.
last week called Pre-Show Politics. We're bitching about politics for about 45 minutes before the CNA stream.
So I missed the good stream. Ah, crap.
Yeah, you did.
Nah, now I gotta go to the crap stream. Okay.
The reason behind is that way the CNA stream can remain a nerd stream or nerd-centric stream, and this could just be something that we can vent and complain about. I even created a new hashtag on Blue Sky for it called Pre-Show Politics. Hashtag Pre-Show Politics, no space.
Yep.
But I'm calling the show Pre-Show Politics.
Yeah, because NB doesn't want to talk about politics.
SP.
Yeah.
And the three of us really like to rant every week about whatever shit hit the fan. So.
Damn it. I should have noticed. I would have been here earlier. Crap.
Well, we'll be here next week.
I feel left out.
We'll be here next week.
We didn't even get to El Salvador, dude.
If you're on Blue Sky, spread the word so more people can come in. And if that happens, I might extend the thing to a full hour or maybe 2 hours and do 2 hours of each. We'll see what happens. As I said, this is just the second week we're doing it. That's why it's Pre-Show Politics episode 02.
Second week or the third week? Oh no, it is only the second week.
Yeah, it's only the second, but yeah.
Oh my God, it feels like.
And I missed the first episode. Man,
what
the hell?
And it was good too.
Well,
we talked about the El Salvador thing last week. I'm still really mad about that. I hope.
I could make it a full hour, but I got to work at some point today, so I want to make sure I start at least by noon.
Yeah.
Because last week,
that's all right. I was technically on vacation last week.
Well, that's
good.
So that's good.
But I'm going to end this stream, and I will see you guys on the CNA in just over 10 minutes.
Yeah, I probably won't be on that one for too long because I got to go and I got a bunch of shit to do today. So.
No worries.
I got you, Loja. See you in a bit.
I'm actually also more interested in joining in on. So,
Alrighty.
but I'll hop on to the other one for a little bit. I
got
still
you, Loja. See you in a bit, guys.
Daredevil. So.
All right. Later.
Okay. Bye.
Later.
Bye, Pickle.